Hello friends, welcome back to Triple tutorial channel. Here in this video we will see phasor diagram of transformer under no load condition. Okay, so no load operation means no load. That means we know that normally we are giving input supply to the primary side of the transformer and load is to be connected to the secondary side of the transformer. But here we are discussing about the no load operation of a transformer. That means it is clear that the secondary side of the transformer must be open circuited for no load operation. Okay, that is the major condition that we should remember. Okay, so in no load condition or no load test of a transformer, we are giving input supply to the primary side and the secondary of the transformer is kept open circuited. Okay, so since the secondary of the transformer is open circuited, that means no current will flow through the secondary winding. Okay, the current will only flow through the primary winding. So that if we give V1 or the primary supply to the if we are giving input supply to the primary side of the transformer, then this alternating current will sets up a flux in this core. And this no load input current that is normally represented as I0, it has two components, that is magnetizing component and working component. Okay, I0 is nothing but the no load input current. So now let us discuss about magnetizing component and working component in detail. So let us see what is meant by magnetizing component. Normally it is represented by the letter I mu. Okay, magnetizing component will magnetize the core of the transformer and sets up the flux in the core. And that flux is normally represented as phi m. So that phi m is developed due to I mu. Both of them are in phase with each other. This I mu is also called reactive or wattless component of the no load current. That is, I mu is the reactive or wattless component of I0. Okay. And remember that this component will not or they are not responsible for losses in the transformer and they do not consume active power. So these are the major important points about the magnetizing components. And next we will see what is meant by working component. It is normally represented by IW. Basically they are responsible for losses in the transformer, normally eddy current and hysteresis losses. But this copper losses or I square losses are normally negligible in this case because load is not connected to the secondary side, or it is, since it is no load operation, or we are discussing about the no load condition. This copper losses will be there when winding resistance are there, but here we will not consider that. So the working component will responsible only for the hysteresis and eddy current losses. This working component is also known as active component or wattful component, and this IW will be in phase with the applied voltage. So based on that concepts, we can draw the phasor diagram of a transformer on no load condition. Okay, to draw the phasor diagram under no load conditions, the following parameters are necessary, and they are: V1 is the primary voltage which we are given to the primary side of the transformer, that is V1, and E1 and E2 are the primary and secondary induced EMFs. Okay, and I0 is the no load primary input current. It has two components, IW and I mu, and both of them are necessary to draw the phasor diagram, and finally cos phi 0, that is the primary power factor on no load condition. Okay, these are the major requirements. Based on that, we can draw the phasor diagram of transformer. Okay, here we know that I0 has two components, IW and I mu. We know that due to this I mu magnetizing component, flux will induce or flux will generate in the transformer core, so that both of them are in phase with each other. So here to draw the phasor diagram, we are considering phi m as the reference. So both phi m and I mu, both of them are in phase with each other, and we know that V1 is in phase with, or IW is in phase with V1. So we can draw this V1 and IW as here, and we know that E1 and E2 are the induced EMFs in the primary and secondary sides, and E1 is equal to V1, but the condition is that both of them are 180 degree out of phase with each other. Okay, or this V1 will be 180 degree out of phase with E1, so that we can draw E1 and E2 as like here, and we can draw the resultant for both IW and I mu. Then you will get it as I0. So the angle between the working component to the I0 is phi 0. Okay. So from this phasor diagram, we can simply write IW will be equal to I0 cos phi 0, and I mu will be equal to I0 sin phi 0. And I0 can simply written as root of IW square plus I mu the square. And power factor can be the ratio of IW to the I mu. So these are the final results that we need to remember. Okay. And in this case, no load input power W0 will be equal to core losses in the transformer, that is V1 I0 cos phi 0. Simply I0 cos phi 0 can be replaced by what? IW. So we will get no load input power as V1 IW, that much of watt. And we will get the magnetizing volt amperes as V1 I0 sin phi 0. This I0 sin phi 0 can be replaced by magnetizing component I mu, that is I0 sin phi 0. So finally we will get the volt amperes as V1 I mu. And remember that no load current I0 is very small when compared with the full load primary current. That is normally 2 to 3%. Since I0 is very small, primary no load current that causes copper losses will be very negligible, so that the no load input power W0 will be equal to the iron losses of the transformer. Okay, these are the, I think these are the major important points regarding the no load condition of a transformer. Okay, thank you.